Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Really hope you guys enjoyed last week's video, and for this week's video it's gonna be probably a lot different than the ones before. If you don't want to hear me talk, because that's probably what I'm gonna be doing the whole time, you should probably stop watching. But I am gonna be talking about the medical brigade I went to this past summer in Honduras, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about my experience about it and basically how it went. So yeah, if you want to know more about it, stay tuned. For those of you that don't know, I go to two colleges. One of them is Foothill College, in which we have a medical dental club. And what we do is we have people from the school, and they don't have to really attend the school, but we want mostly people that go to the school to be the volunteers. And so last year we had 25 of us, including staff members, so like professors from the school, and we all year long we fundraise for this trip. So how we fundraise is we did like flea markets, we did like yard sales, we sold things, etc. And all the money that we fundraised was towards the medicine and other supplies, and like to pay doctors and to pay for the dentists, etc. for them. And then aside from that, we have to fundraise for ourselves. We had to fundraise like 1,700 around there. I can't really remember the exact number, but we have to fundraise for ourselves so we can go. And then with that money, it's for like our airfare, like for us to stay at the compound, for food, etc., like for security. And I have to stop saying etc., but you get the point. And honestly, like, it's hard work. We have to go out and buy these like travel size shampoos and conditioners and soaps, and it's a lot. We had to buy a lot because all those, we use those for hygiene packs, and those hygiene packs we give to every person we see. So like for families, we would see the patients, we would give each of the families one. And then aside from that, we did public health portion, where we would go and build like villas and like put concrete floors and a bathroom basically for them. And so we would give each of our family one of those. And honestly, it made a big difference. There was so many people that do not have toothpaste, toothbrushes, shampoo, soaps. Like, it's very expensive, and honestly, they have to travel so far just to go buy these supplies that we can just like drive 5 minutes to the store and go get them ourselves. But for them, they don't know have cars. It's honestly miles, hours away, and it's something we take for granted. And so just seeing how thankful they were, it was it was just priceless, honestly. And so that's what we do as a club, and that's what we fundraise for. And then we left like August something, like August 8th, around there, and we stayed there for 9 days. And so we flew out from San Francisco to San Salvador, and from San Salvador to Honduras. And then there um, they met us there and they picked us up. And like Global Brigades is a huge corporation. It's a huge nonprofit organization, and so they're very professional. They have everything set up. It's super safe. They're so friendly and helpful, and so they picked us up, and we took. Oh yeah, and we each have to carry a suitcase full of medicines. So all of those medications we carried, and we took with us to Honduras, and we leave all of our suitcases and everything over there for them to keep. And so for we do like 3 days of clinic days. So we have different stations. We had the Charla station, we had the triage station, optometry station, consultation, the dental, and then the pharmacy. And like we sometimes would leave open the gynecology, and which was pretty cool. And all of those stations were amazing. I only worked in a few of them, but honestly, it was just such a great experience. I love the Charla Station. The Charla Station, if you don't know, it's where we talk to little kids and teach them how to brush their teeth, how to like stay healthy, like physically healthy, and of course to maintain your teeth healthy. So we would teach them how to brush their teeth. We would read them a story. We would actually give each of them toothbrushes and toothpaste, and we'd like help them brush their teeth and teach them how to do it. And after that, um, we would apply fluoride to them. So fluoride would kind of keep their teeth healthy for like it protects them from cavities and stuff. And so they really enjoyed that. The kids had so much fun with it, and they loved playing games. We gave them coloring papers and colors so they could take home, and they loved it. They were just so happy. And thankfully we had people from my club that brought like the portable printers, and so they would take pictures of the kids and print them out, and you can even design it and everything. We would give them one, and they were just so happy, and they would each be like, oh yeah, can I take a picture with you? And they were just so sweet, and it was so much fun, and I loved it. And then for the optometry station, honestly that was one of my favorite stations out there. What we did, honestly, I can't even put it into words how much it meant to them. A lot of them would just come by to get sunglasses, which is perfectly fine because they need to protect their eyes and stuff, especially because there's a lot of dirt, because all the roads are dirt. So, like, it's really bad. And the sun is super hot, and they need to protect their eyes. So, we were happy to give them glasses. And so, we would give them the typical test you do to see if they need glasses. So, we'd be like, we'd bring them in and we'd be like, oh, do you need, and so of course it's all in Spanish, so like, oh, do you need glasses for distance or for reading? And they'd tell us, and we'd give them the test. And then sometimes people had really bad vision that we sometimes didn't have the glasses they needed because the glasses we had were all donated, or it was the glasses that we bought, and it's like the glasses we buy, like, I don't know, like the Dollar Tree or something, or Walmart, the ones that have like the numbers like 1.25 and stuff like that. So it's nothing like professional, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not, we're not like the doctors do. We're not like the optometrists that you have around your town. So it's like it's not exactly prescribed, if you know what I mean. It's really hard to describe, but so we didn't have the exact ones they needed, so we tried to get them something close enough to it. But I remember this one case, this lady, she was so sweet, she was so young, she was like 25, and I remember because she was my patient, and her eyesight was super bad, like really, really bad. And we did all the tests, and we were looking for glasses, and we just couldn't find anything. And honestly, we felt so bad. Like, we just didn't have anything that could help her. But then we found these glasses. It was like plus 8.57 or something like that. And she tried them on. And of course, she didn't see perfectly, but she was able to see so much clearer. And the smile on her face was just so priceless. I'm trying so hard not to cry, but her smile was like so priceless, and she was just so happy. And just seeing her smile, it was the best thing ever. And then she like went up to me, she was like hugging me and kissing me on the cheeks, and she was just so thankful. And honestly, like, stuff like that is why I want to be a doctor. Like, just seeing them light up with just the smallest thing, like, it was so great. And I've had other stories similar to that, but hers was just, it was incredible. Like, I don't know, she was just so thankful. And even though she knew that it wasn't perfect, but she was able to see so much better, she was just so thankful for that. And I don't know, it was so great. And I don't know, I love that about the optometry station, because you were able to see hands-on how much you helped them. Like, I don't know, it was just great. I love that. I actually stayed in the optometry station for 2 days because I loved it so much, and I don't know, it was just great. And then we had the triage station, which was honestly, I was kind of nervous for the triage station because we had to take the vitals, and I was very nervous about that. But it went very well. I was able to talk hands-on with the patients, be like, oh, what are your symptoms? Like, have you had any fever? And then I would, like, for children under 12, like, I would take their height and um, temperature and their weight. And if they were pregnant, I'd have to, like, we'd have to send them to get their glucose, which only the doctors could do. And so they'd do that, and then I'd have to, like, weigh her and, like, stuff like that. So, and then I would ask them if they've had any allergies, etc. And it was really cool, like, to actually interact with them and see what's going on, why they were here, if they were just healthy, they just wanted to get a checkup. Like, it was good to, like, know all these things. And then if they were on medications, they would tell me, and then I'd be learning about all these medications and all these diseases that I didn't know of. Like, there was this one patient, he was older, he was maybe like 60 around there, and he came up to me, and he was telling me that he was taking this antibiotic or something. And I was like, oh, what are you taking it for? And he said for Chagas. And I'm just like, why does that sound so familiar? But I just couldn't remember what it was. And so I asked Mo, who he's a doctor, I was like, hey, Dr. Mo, can you come here? And I told him, I was like, what's Chagas? And he's like, that. And he looked at me as if I was insane. He was like, oh my God, Chagas, like, that is a really bad parasite disease, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I asked, because if I would have just let that slip, that would have been so bad. So, yeah, definitely don't be afraid to ask questions if you don't know. But yeah, it was pretty cool to, like, find these diseases. Of course, it wasn't cool for him, but it was cool, like, to learn so much about all these diseases and medications that I wasn't even aware of. And I don't know, it was really cool. And then I didn't go to the pharmacy station, but I heard that it was very cool that you were able to see all the um, prescriptions and basically see what people have, like the most common disease there and stuff like that. That was cool. And dental, well, they did extractions, which is cool. Like, they did cleansing, which I think a lot of them needed, since a lot of them can't afford toothpaste or can't afford to go to the dentist like we do. So it was definitely awesome. And those were the only 3 stations I went to, so that's why I can't really talk about the other ones. But I know all of them were very helpful, and I know that the community, they really appreciated it. And we saw a lot of patients. We saw maybe like 800, I want to say, in just those 3 days. So it was definitely a lot of people.